Hello, folks. Welcome back. In our last class, we discussed use ChatGPT 5 to reconcile some Excel files. And if you recall, we have two Excel files. One is cost for sales by customer, another is sales by customer. And we chat with ChatGPT 5 to basically ask ChatGPT 5 to merge the two files together by common columns. And then at the end of the day, it gave me a downloadable Excel file. So today we're going to introduce a concept of custom GPT. What custom GPT is, really, it's a series of logic wrapped on top of ChatGPT 5. So if you have a repeatable task, let's say you have to reconcile those two files on a daily basis or weekly basis or monthly basis, then you could simply just drop those two files in and custom GPT will know exactly what you want to do. So you don't have to write like every single time, you don't have to write any of the prompt like this, chat with ChatGPT to make sure it understands each ask going forward. So the custom GPT is the no-code logic wrapped around ChatGPT 5 services to basically solve one specific purpose. How to access custom GPTs? There are many custom GPTs already created by people. So if we go to this GPTs Explore here, you will see there are many GPTs already published by people in different categories: productivity, research, education, lifestyle, and image generation, programming. And me working in accounting and revenue for so long, I created many custom GPTs to help me, basically to research revenue recognition questions based on some sales contract that I have. Or it can do reconciliations such as invoice recon between NetSuite and Bill.com's reports. So you can create those custom GPTs yourself to resolve the similar issues on a daily basis or monthly basis or weekly basis. So with this, let's go ahead, try to create our first GPT to reconcile those two files earlier. To do that, I will click Explore, and here on the top right corner, you see this Create button. This is where we can start creating GPTs. When I click this button to create my own custom GPT, it will go into custom GPT configuration page. So let's do this. The configuration page will ask you to name your GPT and provide the description and also instructions about what this custom GPT is about. And also you can pre-prompt some conversation starters with your users. And if you want some knowledge files enabled for this custom GPT, you can upload knowledge files as well, which I'm going to show it how to use the knowledge files to create a knowledge database Q&A. And then also you can select some recommended model. I would always prefer ChatGPT 5 since this is the newest. And then to give this custom GPT ability to search the web or do some writings or codings in Canvas or generate the image or use code interpreter and data analysis abilities to reconcile data or analyze data. So this is the one we need for basically upload the two Excel files we have for sales and cost of sales. So I want ChatGPT to use the data analysis and code interpreter ability to run the code in the background to do that. So I'm going to check this box. And then you can actually create actions and to hook up your actions with other applications such as Slack. And you can essentially create a custom GPT and create your custom service bot or policy Q&A bot or some research custom GPT bot, and then link it to Slack to basically use Slack to answer people's questions. So all that is doable. With this, let's go ahead and create our own custom GPT to reconcile the data for sales and cost of sales. To create the custom GPT, I can either fill out all those fields here, or I can use ChatGPT to fill out for me. So I can go to this create button and simply describe what I want ChatGPTs to create. I need a custom GPT to match sales data file with the cost of sales data file and give me an Excel file at the end with matched data and unmatched data by common columns in different types. So also, I want you to come up with a name and icon for this custom GPT. And let's see what ChatGPT can do for us. So it proposed the name sales cost reconciler. I will say yes. Now this is where GPTs help me set up all those configurations. Now it's showing me it's updating GPT. And now it's generating a custom GPT's profile picture for us to use. So now you see like this sales cost reconciler is up here. I don't need to tweak the icon. I think this is good enough. Now let's go to configuration page and see what ChatGPT did. It first gave us a name and provided the description, reconcile sales versus cost files, and export a clean Excel workbook. The instructions, it basically fill out everything for me. It says you take two files, reconcile them by shared keys, and export to a single Excel. And the core behavior is accept CSV or Excel, auto-detect headers, formats, and common columns, allow users overrides, of course, and then by matching it, and then how the interaction works, and what's the tone it should be. So, and then it pre-prompt all those conversation starters between the custom GPT and the user. So with this, and it's basically we can use ChatGPT 5 with the code interpreter and data analysis. And this sales cost reconciler custom GPT is built for us already. So with this, let me just create, like click the button create. So we formally create this custom GPT. And this is where you can share the GPT if you want to keep it only to yourself or anyone with the link, or you can even publish to that GPT store so everybody else can use your custom GPT. So, and this is where I'm going to publish to the GPT store. So some of you can just try it out on yourself. But for most of the teams, I think most of the teams would want to use anyone with the link. So you don't want to share it broadly with everybody else in the public space. So you probably prefer this one. But for me, let me just publish it to the GPT store. And I can click a View GPT to basically try it out. And this is where I can drag the two files we had earlier. Let me show you here. So I have cost of sales and by customer and sales by customer. Let me simply drag it in. And in this time, I'm not going to do any prompt because this custom GPT is built to reconcile the data, right? So it's supposed to know what I want to do already. So this time, just go ahead and send those two files. And here we send the data directly without any prompt. And this is what custom GPT is good for. Because you already pre-built the custom GPT with one specific purpose, and kind of like already know what you want to do. So this time I skipped any prompting and to see whether it can generate the file correctly for us. So it's done. Essentially here, it basically said matching keys used is date and customers, and the source sheets both from sheet 1. And I can download my file to see of the match data. And you can tell this is data file number 1, data file like customer from file number 1 at cost of sales. And same thing is this is from the file number 2 and customers and revenues. And basically they use the key basically being the date and the customers to match the two. So it's able to reconcile those two data sets without me prompting anything. So I just directly send those two files, drop it in, and then it will get the job done. Just like that. So this is how powerful custom GPT is. And I hope you like this. And we will go over another quick use case for custom GPT because here is where more about dealing with data, right? Excel files or CSV files. What about text data? What about natural language data? We can use custom GPT to quickly create any of the Q&A chatbot. For example, if you have a company policy, travel and expense policy, for example, you can create a custom GPT for that. And then users can come and use your custom GPT to answer their questions about any company policies, whether some certain expenses can be reimbursable or not. So in the next, we're gonna create a custom GPT for the newly effective the Genius Act, and we're gonna create the chatbot for that. Now we have created a custom GPT to reconcile data for us. We can try to create another type of GPT to be a chatbot for us and for certain purposes only. So custom GPT is perfect to create certain chatbot based on certain knowledge files. So the classic example is company corporate policies and also some research files you did. And in this example today, we're going to create a custom GPT to answer people's questions about the Genius Act. So if you haven't heard about the Genius Act, it is an act basically enacted by Congress this year to govern how stablecoin on blockchain should be managed, should be issued. So Genius Act is really a huge step forward for all the people like working in Web3 and blockchain space. So, but normal people like me, like I don't really understand in and out about Genius Act requirements, how to issue, what are the requirements for those companies to issue the stablecoin, right? So all of those and many like very famous law firms did different analysis as well. Like the couple ones I really like is here is Wilmer Hill's data analysis. What the Genius Act means for payment stablecoin issuers, banks, and custodians, and also another law firm, Morrison Foster, basically did analysis has like basically discussed about the new federal regulatory framework for payment stablecoin, and as well as Artam Watkins basically also listed out all the researches and also their opinions about the Genius Act as well. So um, I want to basically create a custom GPT to store all of those researches and as well as um, some of the Congress analysis, and this is from the Senator Warren, some of the analysis her committee worked on, and also include the actual Genius Act inside of the custom GPT. So this custom GPT can answer all kinds of questions from people about stablecoin and regulations included in Genius Act. So with this being said, let's get us prepared for this. So first, I want to download all the PDFs from all those research sources I found. So let me first download the PDF of the actual Genius Act. And you can see this Genius Act became law already. So we should be able to find the PDF of this act by directly click here. And then let me just download to our machines. And I can simply rename this Genius Act. Now we have downloaded the Genius Act itself. I want to download Senator Warren's research and also proposals for the amendment. Next, let's look at Artam Watkins Genius Act research here. I believe I can just directly download this research here as well. And same thing for Morrison Foster. I can directly download PDF. And this one is Wilmer Hurd. Let me download it here. So with all the PDF research materials download, I can go ahead, proceed, create or custom GPT to answer user questions about stablecoin. With all those research files downloaded, let me go ahead create this custom GPT to answer people's questions about stablecoin related to Genius Act. So here I can briefly describe I'm creating a custom GPT to answer users' questions about stablecoin related to the newly enacted Genius Act by Congress. Let me send this to custom GPT so the GPT can create all those configurations for us. And they proposed the name Stablecoin Genius Guide. This is good. So I want ChatGPT to create the image for me. And this looks good. Let's go to configuration. And it looks like it populated all the descriptions, instructions for me, and some of the conversation starters. Um, and this is where I need to upload my previously downloaded files as the internal knowledge for this custom GPT. So once I do that, custom GPT should refer to this file first before it responded to people's questions. So this way I can control what are the contexts this GPT uses to answer people's questions. So with this, let me click upload files. And essentially we want to upload all those PDFs we just downloaded, including the Genius Act itself. Now, with all those research and the Genius Act itself downloaded, custom GPT already knows a lot. And with this being said, there are sometimes user ask questions that is not covered by the PDF materials because this is a custom bot for research. So I definitely want custom GPT to have this web search capability. But again, if you're building a custom chatbot to focus on answer users' questions around corporate policies, you probably don't need to enable the web search abilities. With this being said, let's go ahead and create this custom GPT and see how it works. Again, I want to publish this to GPT store so people can do a research and leverage this custom GPT we just created. Now we can view the GPTs we just created. Let's try some of the conversation starters. Explain how Genius Act defines qualified stablecoin issuer, right? So it gave me the definition responses based on the PDFs I included as the knowledge file. So, and this is where you can create all kinds of custom GPTs to answer a specific user questions in a specific topic. And this is where custom GPTs can be very helpful. So I hope you really enjoyed this class. And in the next class, we're going to go even a little deeper and to discuss some of the custom agent capabilities that you can custom your ChatGPT to basically help you out more. So thank you very much.